Welcome to this virtually Sunday reflection. My name is Paula Reeder, and I'm the program coordinator here at Whatsoever You Do. This Sunday's Gospel reading celebrates the baptism of the Lord. For the Catholic Church, it marks the end of the Christmas season and celebrates the beginning of new life. This year, my family's holidays were probably like many of yours. The big gatherings that would happen at Christmas time never happened, and the uncertainties of our loved ones' health was a lingering concern. However, this Christmas I found something that often gets missed in the hustle and bustle of the season. This year, I experienced the gift of holiness that came wrapped in the ordinary. Both my parents are still living, and I had the opportunity to spend a few days with them. I love listening to my parents talk of the old days. This year, my dad brought out his family tree, and as we looked through the book, my dad would point out the names and faces of those he seemed really connected to. My dad loved his family. He lost his father when he was 12 and needed to help his mother run the family farm while finishing school. He shared how lucky he was to have people in his community and family who took him under their wing. Their support helped him develop and grow into the caring man who gave back to the community using his many gifts and talents. As he continued to reflect on those names and faces, I just loved watching the smile appear. My mother, she was the oldest of 8 children, and I often heard of the good people she worked for. She never reflected on the hours or the money she made. She reflected on the people and the good in them. She talked about how surprised she was when the town banker called her up and offered her a job. The bank president had heard about my mother and believed in her. After taking the job, she was so proud of her first paycheck that she went and bought her mother her first wash machine. My mom, my dad, and I later that day sat down and watched a movie called Iron Will. It was a story that took place in Alaska. The story began with a boy getting accepted to a college. He was having a conversation with his father, who was trying to talk him into going. They had little money, and so the boy was concerned for his family. The father shared the news that he would be entering a sled dog competition, and that if he won, he would receive $10,000, and that money would go towards the college fund. It was agreed that the boy would go to college. As the weeks went on, the father and son had taken the dog sleds to go get firewood for the home, and the father, on the way back, had broken through the ice, and his life was lost in the river. The boy's mother wanted to sell the farm so that the boy could go to college. However, the son convinced the mother to let him enter the dog sledding race. He shared he needed to do this in honor of his father, and that life had no meaning for him at this time. So a brave young man was thrusted into adulthood as he and his courageous team of dogs embarked on a grueling and treacherous cross-country marathon. One of the most memorable moments in watching the movie is when people began to connect with the boy's ambition, his sacrifice, dedication, and determination. A young man, now nicknamed Iron Will, was changing how people saw themselves. He had become an inspiration and soon captured the love and support needed to finish the last miles of his journey. The people in this Sunday's Gospel looked to John the Baptist to be their long-awaited Messiah. Misdirected though it was, it kept them looking. John redirected them from himself to the person of Jesus, the beloved Son of God. Each of us has many incredible stories. How will holiness in the ordinary initiate us on a journey of discovering not only who Jesus is, but also who we are in him? Peace be with you.